Okay, curious. What is the craziest thing you've ever seen someone personally use as an excuse to call in sick to work? Crazy. It's Rob Lizz, his morning crew on his radio. This one guy called in and said, sorry, I'm kidnapped.
I just can't believe this guy went this far. 19 years old. His name is Brandon, and he worked at a tire store in Arizona. And he's like, I can just see this guy like the night before going, man, I just don't want to go to work tomorrow. What can I do? He literally bound himself up. He handcuffed himself, and he gagged himself as well. And then I guess got a hold of his employer and was like, I've been kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
What?
Shows a picture or something.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the picture that he sent, his arms are not really tied tight. It's the loosest. It's the loosest bound I've ever seen.
It's like, dude, you can get your hands out and you can come to work because your kidnappers are terrible.
Yeah, you can get loose yourself and come into work, dude.
I know. Now, he's not talking about the incident. Of course, they found out. They called the cops. The cops came out there, did an investigation. They're like, dude, this is not real. You just did not want to put your 8 in today.
That's crazy. If you don't want to go to work, just be honest.
I know, and say, look, I just need a day. I think most employers would be okay unless it's, something that happens fairly regularly, but
someone goes, most people pretend they're sick.
Yeah, I'll be completely transparent here. I did that when I was a teenager, and I called in. I was like, I got a scratchy throat.
Mm-hmm. Come in, Miss Riles.
I was like, no, I can't come in. They knew.
You probably seen this where you work or somewhere in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was you, but if it's you, you don't have to say. We'll just keep it between us. But the craziest thing, the excuse that you've ever seen someone use to call in sick for work.
His morning crew.
What a wild, crazy excuse this guy came up with to get out of work. He said, I'm sorry, I'm bound and tied. Even took a picture. They called the police. No, it was just an excuse to get out of work. What's that all about? It's Rob Lizz, his morning crew on his radio. What's one that you've heard before?
Yeah, Missy said, we had somebody call in one time and said she had to go buy a new outfit because all of her clothes were dirty. Girl, put on those dirty clothes.
I got to have something to wear. At least she could have said, I have no clothes. They're all dirty. I need to wash them.
Right, exactly. Can I come in an hour later even? Would have maybe worked.
I'll be in just a little bit. No, I had to take the whole day to go. Missy, wow.
I need to go to the mall.
She didn't do that. Someone else did, right?
Right. She said somebody called in to where she works.
Okay, I think this is Roy. And Roy, this is Roy's excuse.
Yes, he used this excuse.
800-447-7234. What was it, Roy?
Ate some bad Walmart sushi.
And was it a fact?
No.
Oh. How did you come up with the Walmart sushi?
I saw in the Walmart deli at one point they actually made sushi, and I'm thinking, if you're going to get bad sushi, it will be from Walmart.
Did they believe you?
They did. It's not one of those excuses you can use frequently, though, because, once you've had bad Walmart sushi, you should have learned from that.
Why the day off?
Beautiful day, the fish were biting.
I had to go fishing. That's it. I hope you caught a lot.
I did.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
Pizza. Whatever happened to the pretzel crust on a nice little Caesar's pizza?
I know it went away for a while.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people got upset and got in touch with Little Caesars, and they're bringing it back for a limited time. It's going to be $6. And I never had it, so I don't know what there was to miss.
I don't know what there was to miss.
No, I've never had a pretzel crust pizza.
You've had pretzels.
Pretzel crust pepperoni pizza. Wow. That's a mouthful.
It is, and I would mess it up every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. I'm not that fanatical on food, to be honest with you. I'm like, I sure miss it. I wish they'd bring it back, kind of a thing. I just eat what's in front of me.
But you would never go and email the company and say, I need my pretzel crust back.
No, I'm just one voice. You need like a big petition and stuff for that.
And that's what happened, because it was more than just one voice. But a lot of people were coming out and saying, we want it back. They brought it back. I would, where I get my coffee, they don't have sugar-free syrups anymore.
I'm sorry.
And that bothers me because
you have your own, though.
I do at home, and I bring it with me
No,
sometimes.
she literally travels with it.
Yeah.
She brought it to me one day because I don't like to put sugar in my stuff, and I really try. I mean, I don't look like that anymore. I tried. No, I don't look. No. I just went through a health thing. I've got to get back to, my routine. I just haven't been able to do that till I'm released
Right.
to do so.
But you still
So
like
I look
to be
like Puffy
healthy.
Puff.
No, you do not. Stop it.
But she one time said, "Hey, you want to try this stuff?" I said, "Oh, it sounds nice." She goes, "I got it here." Brought it out of her purse.
I carry a lot of things in my purse and in my car. So, yes, I do. It's like sugar-free vanilla, but I like hazelnut and English toffee.
That's what
and
you want back, huh?
That's what I want back at my coffee shop that they don't have. So
I'm sorry about
I know,
that.
and I've told the barista, but they don't really. It's not that they don't care. They just
They
don't
stopped
have,
everything. They're like, "Listen, everybody, stop right now. Liz Riles wants this syrupy sugar thing back.
Yeah, well, it's not sugary. Don't say that. It's absolutely sugar-free.
The
There's no
sugar-free
calories.
stuff. You should have seen it. They called
Yeah.
corporate.
Sure, they did.
It
Because
was
that happened.
amazing.
It's been
it
gone
was
for
like
4 years.
I'm sorry.
I know.
She really misses it and wants it back. You'd think there would be a pull for it now, wouldn't you?
You would think,
Yeah.
but evidently I was the only one.
Okay, so for this guy, it was pretzel on the pizza. I mean, if Liz is like that, maybe you are. Maybe there's something that your kids used to have and it's gone and you'd want it back one day. What in the world would that be?
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Hey, here's a question for you. It's his morning crew, his radio, Rob and Liz. If they could bring something back, something like some dude wanted the pizza crust to be the pretzel pizza at Little Caesars, so
Yeah.
Little Caesars said, okay, enough people want it back, we want it back.
Yeah.
What about you at 800-447-7234?
Becky said she wants that coleslaw back at Chick-fil-A. I have heard that coleslaw was so good. Why?
Oh, well, you know what? I remember it now. My kids did like that.
Yeah, it was around like 40 years or something, and all of a sudden it's gone.
40 years, really?
For a long, long time. I know that. Crystal said, I would like for Pizza Inn and CC Pizza to bring back chocolate chip pizza. So I thought, what?
That's the thing. Pizza Inn never got rid of their chocolate chip pizza. They've had it for a while.
See, I haven't been back in
The
a
one
long
that's by me
time.
is gone. So that one no longer exists.
Yeah, there's one not too far from where we live, and like I say, I haven't been.
I know the Pizza Inn on Woodruff Road still got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
near you.
see, he likes
Okay,
that.
so-
Deborah's along with us at 800-447-7234. What's up, Deborah?
International Delight discontinues Happy Birthday Cake creamer, and it is the best creamer in the world. And I don't know why they discontinued it.
My wife is into that Southern pecan stuff. And one day it did go away, but and there's not much of it in the stores. You know what she does? Whenever she sees it, she'll empty the shelves.
Did she freeze it?
No.
Oh, but it does last a while.
No, it goes through pretty quick in our family.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Oh, boy, you should see this text. So Cleta says, potato wedges, KFC, I'd like to see them come back. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
That's the thing. The potato wedges don't have to come back because they're already there still.
They still have them?
Yeah.
The TJ's been our Snopes this morning.
He knows every fast food restaurant still has certain things.
He knows if it's still there. That's crazy.
Oh, no. Hearty cinnamon biscuits, Vicky says her favorite. Cinnamon raisin biscuit. She said it was a family tradition on our way to the beach with our kids when they were little, and they would always stop at a certain exit, go to Hardee's, and pick up these cinnamon raisin biscuits. They're kind of like cinnamon rolls, but yeah. Huh. I didn't know they didn't have them anymore.
I didn't know
TJ?
they had them.
Do they have them?
I don't eat at
Okay.
Hardee's. I don't know.
Okay, good man. I don't eat there either for different reasons. Okay, Lou's with us at 800-447-7234. What is it for you, Lou?
I would love for Chick-fil-A to bring back their carrot raisin salad. I could never get enough of it. It is so yummy.
Oh, I bet when you ate that, you were just in your own little world.
It's all about me.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's uncanny how alike Julia and Madison look. They look so similar. These are two ladies. They started working with each other, a couple of years ago at a restaurant. And all their coworkers said, you two look like your sisters. I'm like, really? So they started talking to each other, and they both have the same tat of the Dominican Republic flag because they were both adopted out of the Dominican Republic. It was they were comparing notes, and Julia was adopted in 89. Madison was in 88. And then they started hearing some things down the line recently. So they did a DNA test.
Like 23andMe, Ancestry, that kind of thing?
They're sisters.
They
They
really
are
are?
sisters.
How amazing. Like, I
Yeah.
got cold chills. How amazing would that be? You know what? The plan that was there to bring them together, they got to know each other as friends first and then sisters.
Yeah, and then they moved away from each other, but they kept in touch on Facebook and stuff like that. So there was, here we are, we're working together, and then they were miles apart from each other, kept up with each other on Facebook, and then they just recently had a family reunion of sorts, and they brought their baby pictures and pictures of them when they were growing up. And side by side, when you see the two of them as babies, they look alike.
Yeah, the eyes are identical.
There's no doubt. Even the same dome, because they're born with no hair.
They do have a pretty big dome there. Yeah.
Yeah, so
wow.
That I wouldn't know what to think.
You wouldn't. You'd sit back and go, why? Like, what was the plan? And I'm so glad it ended this way.
Well, and how God brought them together.
Right.
It's uncanny. They worked together and didn't even know they were sisters except for the jokes, you all do look alike.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, but I would think that was the reason, so they could get to know each other as friends.
His Morning Crew.
I don't know if you'd say it's back by popular demand, but they're doing something with Rugrats. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. So CBS All Access is turning to Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is trying to be the stream that people will go to instead of all those other ones.
Oh, yeah.
And so they thought, let's bring back Rugrats. It was popular. Some people are asking about it, but they're rebooting it, and it's going to look completely different. It's not going to look like the cartoon.
No, it looks sort of like a cross between Crash Bandicoot. And what else did you say?
It looks like Toy Story kind of stuff to me. So it's almost like, it's not Pixar that's doing it.
No.
But it's got that Pixar kind of look with all the characters.
Right, because before, it was a weird kind of the way that they did the animation when it was on before. But I know my kids were into it, totally. Tommy Pickles and his little brother Dill. Dill Pickles, which I love that.
Are these Rugrat characters?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You can tell I never watched the thing.
But, I liked it. I thought it was cute, but they're coming back, and it premieres this week, so it's going to be on March 4th.
Yeah, because Paramount Plus is coming out on March 4th.
Yeah, so it's the way to do almost like a grand opening.
Grand
out.
open your big streaming service with Rugrats?
Well, yeah, you got to have a party somehow.
His Morning Crew.
Into fattening carbs. Boy, we got some news for you. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, when you do these recipes, you do not look at calories for sure. The Great British Baking Show, what we call it in America, is the Great British Bake Off in the UK, in England, right? They now are releasing all of their recipes, which they hadn't done before. You could find one every now and then.
Oh, they would keep it a secret.
Sort of.
Unless someone leaked it on the internet, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
and I never understood that, why you would only get like certain recipes, but now they've done them all. So what they do on the show is they do a signature bake, a technical, and then they do a showstopper. Every single episode, you have these 3 different categories that you have to do.
Give me a quick example of a simple bake, and then what was the last one
like
you
a
said?
showstopper is this guy.
Simple bake first. Simple bake.
Simple bake. So that's a signature bake. That's something that has to be in a certain category, like a tart. But you make your favorite, the one that everybody in your family asks for.
So for me, it would be toast with butter.
Exactly.
Because that's all I can make. When you say simple, I thought it was something I'd be able to do.
Oh,
that
no.
sounded way too technical. Okay,
Yeah.
now I don't want to ask about the showstopper.
Well, the showstopper's amazing. This guy made bread one time in the shape and face of a lion with the mane and everything. It was crazy.
Bread?
It was gorgeous.
Was it whole grain, multi-grain?
I don't even know.
Wonder Bread?
It was Wonder something. I don't know.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Jeannie did this in Tennessee. So I guess she was in her house. They had a lot of snow where she lives, like Murfreesboro, kind of middle Tennessee. A lot of snow. So they have a pool in the back. And, it was just covered. Well, she let the dogs out, and the dogs just loved the snow. They were running around the pool, kind of chasing each other. Well, one of her dogs goes to catch the other dog and doesn't realize the pool is really not frozen. He's not even thinking about it, obviously. Falls right in. So scary. Jeannie runs right out in the backyard, jumps in the pool herself, and is looking for the dog. And she goes around the pool. It looks like she's in the shallow end of the pool. She can't find him. Finally, she starts heading toward the deep end of the pool, runs up on the dog, pulls him out. I don't know where she got the strength. Had to be the adrenaline.
Oh, you know it. Yeah.
Pulls him out, puts him up on the side, and thankful, he's 50 pounds. It's not like a Pomeranian. It's a dog. She gets him, pulls him out, saves his life. It's an incredible story.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Because when the pool's frozen, you just can't look and go, there's my dog.
Oh, sure.
And she is frantically. When you see it, we'll put this on our video replay at hisradio.com, Apple TV, and Roku, so you can see exactly what we're talking about. But she's frantically going through that frozen pool. You can see that she's breaking all the ice on the top with her body, just kind of going through everything to find this dog. And it was nowhere near where she was looking originally, where the dog originally fell in.
And the dog had already basically passed out. I mean, hypothermia
that
was setting
cold.
in. Yeah. But they said if he'd have been under that water even maybe one more minute, he probably wouldn't have made it. And that puppy is doing well now. Got some oxygen and on the mend.
That's good. Mama Bear came out in her big time, right?
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Honestly, when you see the picture of this, and we'll post it for you on our video replay with Rob and Liz, you're going to think, what in the world happened to the sheep? It's Rob and Liz, His Morning Crew on His Radio. Actually, the sheep is like a wild sheep. It's been out for a long time. Didn't belong to a flock anywhere. It was not on a farm. It was out just roaming around in the wilderness. But the fleece on the sheep, the wool on the sheep, grew and grew and grew and grew.
And kept growing.
And kept growing. It looks, oh my word, there's 77 pounds of fleece on the sheep.
Can you imagine? I don't know how his little legs kept it all up. He was having such a hard time. I love his name, Rock. Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody finally took him in. They don't like the way we said that, evidently. Rock.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It was, but it's okay. But
I was just going along with her. I was just like, I just wanted her to feel good about that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah, you feel better? No, of course not.
It's okay. But they saved the sheep, and somebody sheared him, and he had to have a little jacket afterwards because,
cold.
Well, he's used to having this big blankie, and now he doesn't. The same thing happens to my dog Ace when I give him a shave. He has to have a little sweater, so I get why they gave him one.
They say it must be years. It must have been years that all that wool was growing on him, but they sheared it all off.
Yeah.
And he's going to be doing a lot better. He was getting sick because of it.
Well, of course, when that wool starts to mat, just like, on your own dogs, if you're not keeping that up, they can get little sores and...
Well, it was so thick. He couldn't bend over. He couldn't eat. He couldn't do any of this stuff. Yeah. I mean, it was horrible. But now he's fine. Somebody found him. It was like, what is this number one? Is it Littlefoot? Compared to Bigfoot? I mean, it was just weird.
Well, I love
looking.
It. He's got a new fleece on life.
Oh. I'm sorry for the dad joke puns there, Adelaide.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
It's nice to have a reunion between Tim and Al. Home improvement, tool time. I'm sorry. Oh, do that again because you do that well. Look at that. Look at her go. That's Liz Riles playing the grunt.
The part of Tim Allen.
The tool man Taylor. Way to go. So they've reunited.
Okay.
Tim and Al. And they're doing a show together, and they're real-life people, and it's called Assembly Required. It's on, I forgot what it's on. History Channel. It's on the History Channel. Whew, I almost lost it there. So it's on the History Channel. What I didn't know, I haven't seen it yet because it just came out last week. It's a game show.
It's a game show?
Yeah, it's like a reality game show. And so they get these people together and they make their creations, and Tim and Al are somehow involved in it somewhere.
They're the judges, maybe.
Yeah, and maybe the coaches or whatnot. I'm sure that Tim will ask for more power. How
Always.
can you give more power in this thing, So the thing to kind of short circuit on them. And it looks like Tim and Al I say Al. His name is Richard.
But
Tim and Richard.
He'll always be Al.
Yeah, he looks like he's even dressing in the flannel. So you've got the whole persona of the whole thing.
We have to. I like that. I mean, I thought it was a comedy show, but it will be because it's those two guys. But that it's a reality game show. So kind of like Shark Tank a little bit. They bring their inventions. Is that what they're doing?
They build it, so
Okay.
you watch them build it.
Yeah.
Shark Tank, they bring their inventions, and then they're in front of 3 people and they try to pitch it to them.
Okay.
These guys see them build it, so I know a little bit of the premise of it, but I haven't really watched it that closely. I have to because I like that show.
Well, I like that show
Growing
too, and those 2 guys' personalities. So I think I'm in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then hit it. History Channel. Hit the DVR.
I'm on it.
Is there a DVR anymore? Did I really say DVR?
Is there? What did it used to be called? TiVo or something? Is that
that's
something?
way back
Oh,
when.
I know. I'm going way
Oh,
back.
no. I'm not that far back. You're way...
What?
Yeah, I never
What?
had technology back then. I had the VCR.
I was my dad's remote control. Thank you.
His morning crew.
The noises and sounds that people make. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
I'm so
Have you
sorry.
ever realized some of the
What?
things that will come out of your mouth? Sometimes I don't even understand some of the noises that come out of my mouth.
I don't know.
But if I were to record a whole compilation of them,
Oh no.
I wonder what it would sound like for me. You know? I would just
Stop it.
stop what? Stop what?
I know what you make fun of me.
Would never make fun of you.
In love.
Listen, there
I
would
hope
there
it's
would
in love.
if nobody ever picked on anybody, you would wonder if you're liked. You're
Oh, that
wondered
is
if there was
true.
any love that's in this world.
Honey, I must be loved.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just a small compilation
Oh, goodness.
of a few of the things that will be uttered out of Liz's mouth from time to time. This is times of excitement. This is what joy is. This is the sound of joy of Liz.
Okay.
She's giving me the mama bear
I'm not
look
joyful
now.
right now.
Oh no, this is joy. Listen
Okay.
to the sounds of joy.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Ah.
That's the sounds
The
of
middle of that
joy.
did not sound joyful at all. I'm like,
It sounded like somebody stepped on a big toe. The sounds of joy.
I can't help it. I'm very expressive.
This is awesome.
Okay.
Which is why we love Liz Riles.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for the sounds of joy. See? See? Look, that's the sound of joy.